Hey there, I get a lot of requests for showing how I organize my papers. So I'm going to quickly show you how I organize my papers. Come with me. Okay, so first of all, I have a recycling box in the garage. So we enter and exit the garage, it's our mudroom. So we come in the garage and anything right away that's junk mail or envelopes, I open everything up just while I'm taking my shoes off and I toss it in the recycling bin. Then I have a bin that's in there for like, I'm feeling super lazy or I have groceries to carry in or whatever. I'll carry it in later. I'll carry it in when I'm not lazy bin. So then once I've carried it in, I'll show you how I organize my papers. This is my bill paying paper organizing station, I suppose. For some reason I have a gazillion highlighters in there, I don't know why, but that's not the point. Okay, so first of all, I put the to be paid in the to be paid folder. Let's hope I don't have any. Nope, woohoo! Okay, so I put them in the to be paid. I've already taken them out of their envelopes and recycled their envelopes because I have a recycling bin at the door. If you don't do that, it doesn't really matter. Just throw it in your to be paid. Then when I have time, I take out my to be paid folder and I go through and I pay all my bills. Once they're paid, I either file them immediately or I put them in my to be filed file, which are things that I've gotten. These are probably, yeah, I didn't even open these. These are, you know, you make an investment and they keep sending you statements. I should just shred them. But anyways, I put them in my to be filed file. This is also things that I've gotten that I want to file that aren't necessarily bills. I put them directly into my to file bill. Then I have a file for CAS, which obviously is overflowing. Things that are pertinent to me, things I want to read, things that I need to, you know, just whatever. Stuff that's for me. And then I have one for Joe. And then I have an extra one, which I'm eventually going to use for the kids, but at this moment they don't have a lot of papers. I also have my to-do folder, which is where I put things that I need to do immediately, quickly, whatever. So this is my paper. This is like my active file, I would call it, my active file. So it sits on my desk, and these are things I need to deal with. All the things in here I need to deal with. Then I have a short and long-term filing system. Oh, I also keep a bill-paying station in here. So I keep my checkbooks, I keep stamps, I keep some envelopes, because there's always those few bills that you get that you can't pay online or aren't automatic. You want to make a donation, whatever it is. So I have my bill paying station right here with my action file. This I just got from Staples. I think it was $15. And I got the file folders again from Staples. They're the Martha Stewart collection. They're pretty and they take up very minimal space. So that's my action file, the papers I need to deal with. Then I have my short-term filing system. It's really important when you're organizing your paperwork that you keep a short and a long-term filing system, and I'll show you why. In my short-term filing system is where I put all my monthly bills that have been paid. It's just one of these really inexpensive accordion file folders, and I've used my label maker to label all the bills we get, but I also have one for miscellaneous, so parking tickets, I don't know, lots of other random stuff that I have, all goes in here, and all my tax stuff goes in here. Now remember, when you're doing taxes, here in Canada anyways, prescriptions that you've filled that you've had to pay, the difference, those can be a tax write-off. Even parking tickets at the hospital can be tax write-off. So stick it, if you're not sure, still stick it in the tax folder because you never know. All of these things at the end of the year, except for the taxes part, can be shredded. There's no reason that you need to keep hydro bills for more than 1 year, insurance statements for more than one. You just don't need to keep those things. You do need to keep your taxes for 7 years. And I ran a business out of my home. I did a daycare, so I wrote off hydro and gas and insurance, so I needed to keep all of those for 7 years. My taxes things, once I've filed, actually go in the safe. So all these things will come out, I'll file my taxes, I'll put them in an envelope labeling the year, and I'll put them in the safe. So this will be completely empty for the beginning of 2014, and I can start filing again. A long-term filing system is where you put things like contracts, other type things, and I just toss that in my file folder. This is all I have, and honestly I could probably go through this and half it. A lot of paper, people keep a lot of paper that is just not necessary. So this is contracts for, you know, our credit cards and things that we've gotten that we want to keep. This is not manuals, that goes in a separate spot. It's simply my long-term filing system. We also have a long-term filing system for our investments, and we keep that in a binder, and I'll show you here. We keep it the last pertinent statement or the year-end statement for all of our investments here. So you can see they go in an easy to file binder. When we signed up for the investments and you get the big book and all that contract stuff, that again would go in your long-term filing system. So that's a lot of information, I know, but hopefully that gives you some inspiration to create some systems for yourself. Everybody organizes differently, but this is what works for me. An action file, which is things I need to deal with, either to file, to pay, to call people, that type of thing. My action file, which sits out on my desk. My short-term filing system, which is an accordion file because it's just simpler that way and it's easy to remember, oh, I need to shred these things. My short-term file system, which are monthly statements, monthly bills, bills I've just paid, all those, like your T4 when it comes in, all of that stuff goes into that type of holding area. And then I deal with it at the end of the year. 99% of it is shred except the tax stuff, and if there is any RESP things, I move them into our RESP long-term filing system. Or if I come across something else that I want to keep, I move it into the long-term filing system. Your long-term filing system should be like a place you hardly ever go into, you hardly ever touch. You only need, say you need to reference something. Your action file will be something you're touching daily, and your your short-term filing system will be something you're accessing on a weekly basis. So hopefully that helps with paper organization, keeping it to a minimum. A lot of people keep way too much paper. If you're wondering what it is you need to keep and what you don't, I do have a form on my website about long and short term, what you need to keep. Or you can email me and ask me a question, or you can just Google it, because we're all keeping more paper than we need to. So that's your tip. We'll see you next time.